I think this is one of the hardest videos I've ever had to make, but I spoke to my aunt about it, and in fact, I just wanted I just wanted Wuzi to do it. And you know, when you're going through a hard time and you're just trying to find the reason behind it, and you just like, maybe I'm going through A, B, C, D because I need to do this. So I'm just making this video in hopes that maybe I've gone through what I've gone through because I needed to share my story. And then so let's get into it. So first things first, my name is Asanda Kati and I am clinically depressed. Making this video ngifake ithawula ngoba ngiqane ngisho nokugqoka tshela ngiqane ngisho nokugqoka ngidlalile nje, I'm a mess, but it's okay because I'm still breathing, so I'm here for a reason. So angifuni ukuyakhela phezulu le ndaba yabo, ngcono nje ngivele let me just tell the whole story from the beginning. I am astrophobic. And, astrophobia is the severe and irrational fear of thunder and lightning, and I am terrified of Israel. I am on a journey of obviously trying to figure out Uguti. I'm obviously on a journey of trying to heal that because that's not natural. You can't be scared of the weather. Like, you can't be scared of the weather because it will always be there. So I'm trying to heal that aspect of my life because it makes my life hell. But in the sense yokuthi mekuduma ngenxa yokusaba ekhaya, I end up either going to a second location, going to my dad's for the night with Duma, or going to book a hotel. Hence why there's so much footage of me in my favorite hotel. It's not because I actually want to go there. It's literally because I like doing sad bubasekai ngoba lake langena kawu-2. So now I've got traumatic traumatized ngisekhaya ngikuduma, so I would rather just leave, which wastes a lot of money because it's not like I'm rich to the point where I can just be booking out hotels. So on a financial level, this fear has costed me a lot, especially because ngofebruary kade ngiduma, like kwaduma the whole week and it was really, really bad. So I lost about 5 kgs. Guys, was cut. I wasn't eating because I was incredibly scared, and I felt like I had nowhere to go, you know, because I'm ngihlala with my dad, and ekhaya njengoba ngihlala ekhaya, it's because I can't afford my own apartment yet. So being endaweni osaba ukuba kuyona traumatized, it really took a huge toll on me to the point where I got depressed. You know, I got severely depressed. And mengivuka ekuseni, I just would wake up and just cry. And I had to really dig deep to understand why am I so fearful of Izulu to the point where I have to leave, and if I can't leave, angidli, ngiba sad, hebo. It was really bad, guys, to the point where I actually wanted to move. And then I spoke to my aunt about it, who was like, no, she thinks I need to go to a psychiatrist. I need to go see someone because I can't afford to move. Like, I can't afford the expenses of getting a flat on my own. And ever since I turned 30, I feel like my life is not what I wanted. You know, like, I never thought at 30 I'd still be living at home. I never thought that I'd be unmarried. I never thought that I won't have kids. I never thought that I'd still be hustling. I'm not like rooted in my career. I just never thought. So I felt like the end of the world. I feel like the worst things that could happen to me have happened. Like being 30 and unmarried with no kids, with no plausible financial stability. That was the worst thing for me in my 20s that could ever happen, and that happened. So I started thinking, what if that can happen, then showcase my fear of Kushawe Zulu can happen too, you know? That was the rationale in my mind. It was, if all of the things that I feared happened, who's to say angeke ngishawe uZulu? And that was like my number one fear. So it's like I started it started becoming a reality in my mind. It was kungenzeka. You know, if all the other things happened, this is like the last thing that could happen right now. And it was just so embarrassing. And it was just so hard. I like even uvuka nje the last week I was crying every day because bengayiboni weather kahle. Mekuthi ama-clouds. I was started studying the clouds. Mekuthi ama-clouds come together. So I thinking, what's okay, this is it. And I would leave, book a hotel, and eza kuyabiza, guys. Like yabo nje manje eza seyabiza. Eza, it was to book there. And the reason why I like booking Eza is because there's no windows and there are windows obviously, but I'm saying ama room asezansi kukhona a passage, like a passage elivalekile, closed off to the outdoors, in the sense ukuthi ayikho umnyango that's directly uphuma ngaphandle. There are closed corridors where you can just sit because there's a storm, right? So mekuthi I'll just sit there, and there's no entrance to the outdoors, so I wouldn't see anything. Even if I heard the sound, I knew I was safe. But it's so expensive. Like a night will be, the cheapest room will be 850, but now the cheapest room is 1,000 rand. So cabang is spending 1,000 rand a night just feel safe. Lapho awusebenzi nokusebenza kahle, lo 1,000 can literally go towards paying your clothing accounts, because I'm trying to build my credit score, because I want to obviously buy a house eventually. I even sold my car as a non-runner because I was like losing money every single day. It was crazy. It was the worst time of my life. Yo, I was terrified, and to the point where I lost weight, and I had to go to Mshini. I had to go to Mshini because I don't have medical aid. I don't have medical aid. I went to a clinic, clinic, to get psychological assistance as per advice from my aunt, because she could see that I was like unraveling. And being as I would randomly call people and ask to visit people. Like I was crazy, you know. So yeah, even ikhanda mina kade ngithanda ukuhlala ikhaya yabona nje, the fact that you can see my cheeks is a red flag, because whenever I do hairstyle, I try to make my hairstyle bigger than my cheeks to take away the fact ukuthi nginey'khathi ey'nkulu. So the fact ukuthi nje ngenze isnoop sikhulu phela-ke by isnoop standards, but sincane, like you can see my cheeks, you know. Mina mengenza ikhanda ukuthi so that so I can, like, to some extent hide my cheeks, mhlawumbe ngifake igoda, yabona nje into ezothatha i-attention away from this part of my face and put it to this part, because this part is smaller. And phela ngathi sengiyidlulele isnoop, mengigqoka ngigqokile ingubo yami engangifihle engixegayo ngiyihambele iceshu ey'qhephukile. Yo guys, it was bad. You know, I would be walking and I'd feel like I'm floating. I'd be walking, I'd feel like I'm floating, like I'm just floating around. My heart would be in fear. Oh, I'd be wanting to cry. And the people that I expected would support are the people who are me. And my family would be the only one that only picks up the cracks. And I'm very grateful for my family, mother's side, for everything, because it was an amount that held me down. But inje, yes, guys, yo, it was bad. It was really, and it still is, because ngithanda ukuya psychiatrist wanginikeza amaphilisi, which is good. I'm grateful for amaphilisi, but angazi noma I'm like, I feel better in the sense yokuthi I think I have a better understanding of how uZulu works. It doesn't just target you; it's just looking for the fastest way to the ground. So if the windows are closed, because glass is also a repellent, you should be good. And if, like, ayikho mhlawumbe uhleli eduze kwagesi or things of that nature, but nje because so many bad things happened in such a short period of time in my life, I was convinced ukuthi uzongishaya nami, yabo. And the fact ukuthi nginaleyo fear, you know, sometimes when you fear something, that's when it happens. So the fact ukuthi futhi nginaleyo fear made me feel like mhlawumbe kuzokwenzeka ngempela, yabo. It was hell. Nje ukuba up and down ungekho kini ngenxa yefear, ngenxa yokusaba, ukukhipha iy'mali ungayibhajethelanga, yo, it was bad. And I would just cry every day. And I felt like I was alone. I felt like I was alone. Oh, yeah. And namhlanje I woke up thinking, because I went to a psychiatrist, I woke up thinking that I'll wake up feeling so much better. And I feel better because I'm in a different environment, but kwayona leyo environment, but I'm ngiphindele ekhaya, yabo, at the end of the day. And I just would hope and wish ukuthi mase ngifike ekhaya ngizoba right, and ama-negative thoughts angeke angi-crowd, because enye into ukuthi ekhaya so many bad things have happened to me, in the sense ukuthi like being the only one. I know, like, you know, I know people will be like, you know, like everybody loses their parents, but at the same time I feel like losing my parent, and then bekhona into, you know, there's like we all have dysfunctional families, and if you're the truth teller in the family, they make you out to be the wrong one. So having people just be against me for fighting for the truth, it just made me kind of feel like ekhaya everybody is like against me, and isimo sasekhaya nje everything is against me. And even when I'm not wrong, I would be wrong for basically telling the truth, being painted as disrespectful for telling the truth, and reacting to that. And and feeling like everybody didn't like me, how they looked at me or judging me. Because sometimes when I'd react to how I feel like I was treated, I would be kind of quite loud and just throw temper tantrums. And I feel like after that, I'd feel terrible after that. And I felt like people were watching me. Then going on my Facebook, because I have an entertainment blog on my Facebook, the comments, people just be hating on me. And like my dad, my biological sister, who is my dad's child, but not my mom's child, my cousin who blocked me. It was as if everybody nje uvele wahlehlela kumina, and I was alone. I had to deal with this into alone. I felt like nobody liked me. I just had myself and against the world, and it was hard, and I was scared. I felt like I was fighting a fight. I felt like I was fighting a fight against the world, and I was losing. I felt like that. I felt like I was losing. And I was just so fearful and had anxiety. I'd feel like I'm floating. I feel like I don't exist, but I exist, or I exist to suffer, not to be happy. And I felt like everybody was kind of against me, and the world was against me, and good things happened to people that hurt me, but bad things happened to me consistently. And I was just going through it. But I'm glad I spoke about it. And if you're going through the same thing, I am not 100% healed, but what I can say is that please speak to someone. Please speak to someone. Please speak to someone you trust. Because now sengilitholile usizo, ngikwazi ukuya kudokotela, yabo, even though ngingaziye phela ukuthi yabo, but okusalayo lento ebingaphakathi iphumile okwamanje, and I feel safe again, I feel loved again, and I feel cherished, and I feel hopeful. And ithemba alibulali, ithemba liyaphilisa. So I don't feel suicidal anymore. I don't feel like I want to die, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I don't feel like I don't want to be here. I feel like I want to be here, because I felt like being here meant suffering. So now I feel like I want to be here because there is there is so much to look forward to. So what? I'm not married and I don't have kids and I don't have a family that I thought I'd have by now. But you know, there are a lot of other things that I am proud of. You know, I'm proud that I became the face of Pons in 2015 and I was on billboards, even though they didn't pay me. I'm proud of the fact that I have a family that loves me and like people that genuinely care about me and that check on me. Like I saw my true people, like I saw my true friends this season. Like no Monday, yo. I saw my true friends. Like I saw what's the universe aying there's still hope for me. So yeah, and even if like I never find love or whatever, hey, bruh, fucking the Baba to be honest, hey, it's okay, cause my last relationship, I really wanted it to work out, but we were just so incompatible. You know when when a person is a nice person, a good person, and you're a good person, but you're just not compatible, it sucks because it's like it's like the person has all of they have isn't that you're looking for as far as a partner is concerned, but they're just not yours. They're just not meant for you. It sucks because you start thinking, would say, am I meant for good things? Am I meant for good people? Am I gonna find a good person? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's okay. Hey, bruh, fuck. It's okay. I'm not like desperate for a man or anything. I'm definitely not desperate for a man, but I just wish uNkulunkulu can just give me a husband. Vele athi nje vele amlahle singajoli ngisho nokujola. Avele nje propose. Avele fike sethi me sijole emshadweni. Yeah, that would be great. But oh well. We truly could be living young, wild and free. I've been thinking about that song a lot by Beyonce. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. You know, like it's it basically. I feel like what she means to say is that we can have such a beautiful life. We have potential of having such a beautiful life if we didn't let our thoughts get in the way. You know, if we didn't let our thoughts get in the way, if we didn't let our basically our shadows, yeah, but like you know, as a person you have you low win and then there's your shadow side, the dark side. We could have such a beautiful life if we didn't have to live with our shadows. Young, wild and free.